What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today, I found an article from PFF that I wanted to share with you because I think you will enjoy it as a Jet fan. The New York Jets rank very high in this positional group. So PFF is doing a positional group rankings. They're going through and taking a look. They're very low in the Jets wide receiver room outside of Garrett Wilson, understandably so. But they got to offensive line today, and in their latest round of positional rankings, they put the New York Jets as the 9th best offensive line in the NFL. Here's the full quote from the article. The Jets have a chance to end up much higher on this list as the season goes on if their young offensive tackle duo plays up to its potential. The team is turning the page from veteran tackles Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses to first rounders Olu Fashanu and Armand Membu, and one of the league's top interior offensive lines will anchor the group. Guards John Simpson and Elijah Vera Tucker both ranked among the 12 highest graded guards in football last season, and second-year center Joe Tippmann earned a 73.4 PFF grade, which placed him 8th among centers. Now, it's all very exciting. This is a good thing for the New York Jets, and we saw last year the Jets' offensive line was better with Olu Fashanu than it was when Tyron Smith started. So a full year now of Olu Fashanu at left tackle. The Jets are preaching competition nonsense with Joe Tippmann, but as the article states, the Simpson, Tippmann, Vera Tucker trio is one of the best interior line groups in the NFL. Would I go as far to say it is number one? No, I don't think I can do that in good faith, but there's no lie detected that it is a very good group and one of the better units in the NFL. As mentioned, offensive linemen usually take a pretty significant step from year one to year two. So there's going to be some high Olu Fashanu expectations this year. Friend of the program, Connor Rogers, made a statement on Badlands recently saying that he's a dark horse candidate for an all-pro at left tackle. That would be honestly incredible. And there's a lot of reason to be excited about Armand Membu with the 7th pick. He really profiles what the Jets are looking to do with this offensive line. And I know that there were some questions on this unit a year ago. As I mentioned, I think the line got better when Tyron Smith sat down and the rookie came in. But they project to be a really, really effective running unit. And that might be hard for some people to grasp, and I understand it because you go, well, they were one of the least efficient running teams in the NFL a year ago. Understand completely. There's a ton of factors that go into it. They audibled out of run plays a ton. The Breece Hall wasn't up to the standard that we thought he would be coming back off the injury, another year removed from that injury. The scheme wasn't very good, whether you want to blame that on Keith Carter, who's no longer here, or Nathaniel Hackett, who is no longer here, or Aaron Rodgers and his influence on the offense, who is no longer here. If Tanner Engstrand, their new offensive line coach, and everything else falls into place, not even saying that they have to be elite. This unit isn't like an elite coaching staff away from being a top 10 unit. They are a mediocre coaching staff away from being a top 10 unit. Unfortunately, they didn't have a mediocre coaching staff. They had a horrendous coaching staff a year ago. I've spent a lot of time this offseason talking about the Jets offensive line because of just honestly how much of an issue it's been over the years and how last year I thought really began the trend of it trending upward. I know, Aaron Rodgers got, sacked a decent amount and that they didn't really establish a good run game, but there were a lot of positive signs to me. Again, the interior offensive linemen, I know they ended up technically switching out tackles, right? Because Olu didn't start the year at left tackle and they have a rookie now in Armand Membu, but you add 2 high-end, first round picks at bookend tackle spots, and this could be a really dominant unit. And they're all young. They're 27 years old. They're younger. And they have the potential to grow together. Obviously, decisions have to be made with both guards this year. It's their last year under contract. But, there's a lot to be excited about with this unit. And it should raise the floor for this offense. Having a good offensive line, there's not many 3-win teams in the NFL that have a very good offensive line. Even if Justin Fields isn't the guy who takes that next step forward in his career, the Jets will win games because they'll be able to run the ball, play good defense, and dominate on the ground. It's similar to what the Jets did in 2009. They won 9 games with Mark Sanchez, who, frankly, as a rookie, wasn't very good. He had 12 passing touchdowns and over 20 interceptions that year. Better the next year, in 2010, significantly better. Actually had some really clutch throws in crunch time in the fourth quarter in both the regular season and the playoffs. But that 2009 team, they played great defense. They ran the shit out of the football, and they had a great offensive line. That's the recipe for success for this Jets team as well. I mean, think about it. We're really not that far removed. After injuries in 2023, the Jets had like Mekhi Becton at left tackle and Max Mitchell at right tackle to now Fashanu and Membu. That difference can't be understated. And I know Membu hasn't played a snap yet in the NFL, so I don't want to get too far ahead of our skis, but even if he's just okay in his rookie season, how I anticipate the rest of the line to play, that's more than enough right there. And as this article states, if all of them play to their potential, we're not talking about the 9th best offensive line in the NFL. We're talking about one of the 3 to 5 best units in the NFL. And again, that should be reason to be excitement. Whether you're a Justin Fields guy and you want him to be the long-term answer, you believe in him, whatever the case may be, great. There's no more excuses for Justin Fields, because a lot of times in his career you can point to, and they're very legitimate excuses, that the offensive line situation sucked in Chicago. It did. And he had issues in Pittsburgh. And, I've said multiple times now this offseason, I think the Jets offensive line is better than the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line, both from this year and a year ago. That is going out the window. Or if you're on the let's take a quarterback in 2026, well, then you're putting that rookie quarterback in a pretty good, damn good situation if he's coming in and has a strong offensive line and has a weapon like Garrett Wilson. Did the Jets have that with Zach Wilson? No. Did they have that with Sam Darnold? No. Did they have that with Bryce Petty, Christian Hackenberg? No. Offensive line really started to take a downturn after the 2015 season. So this is a long time coming, but Jets fans should be excited about this offensive line unit in 2025. I think it's going to be damn good. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe here if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.